By now, you probably heard that Elon Musk unveiled a new Tesla called the Model Y. I got to go to the event at Tesla's design studio in Hawthorne, California, and even got to ride in what is apparently the only working Model Y in the world. More on that in a second. In natural Tesla fashion, the event started a little bit late, but when Elon Musk walked out, he had this pretty sinister look on his face, almost robotic, like he was in preparation mode. And then when the lights came on and he saw the crowd and the crowd started wooing, he kind of went back to his normal smiley self. Musk was wearing a pair of custom Jordan 1s with the Tesla emblem embroidered in the toe box, and the audience loved them, and Elon loved that the audience loved them. Elon spent most of the presentation talking about Tesla's 10-year history, talking about every car in the lineup, and then brought all of them on stage, starting with his personal roadster, the Model S, the Model X, the Semi, the new Roadster, then the Model 3, and of course, the brand new Model Y. I gotta say, it looks quite similar to the Model 3, as if someone took the Model 3 and sort of stretched it up like 20 or 30%, or maybe even like took the Model X and shrunk the Model X down like 15 or 20%. Looks very similar to the other vehicles in the lineup. The Model Y is a hatchback, sort of like crossover mini SUV that can be configured with up to 7 seats, 300-mile range, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, and it starts at $39,000, but that sort of entry-level version won't ship until 2021, and Tesla says production on the rest of the configurations begins next year, 2020, toward the end of the year. Elon thinks that the Model Y will be the best-selling car in the lineup.
More Model Ys than S, X, and 3 combined, most likely.
And made it a point to say how many cars Tesla's sold in its 10-year history. They've sold 500,000 cars, and Elon says they hope to double that number in the next year.
I made, I think, 550,000 vehicles, something like that. 12 months from now, we will have made about 1 million vehicles.
He seems very confident in the Model Y doing well. After the event was over, I got to ride in the same blue Model 3 that was on stage out back. I can't say for sure, but I definitely heard that this was sort of the only working prototype version. It was like a one-of-one build. They did have another one inside, but the windows were tinted and you couldn't really touch it. Okay, so the ride itself, it was very short. It was about 2 minutes in total. I got to ride with Jake Roper and Casey Neistat and our friend Connor from Tesla. What's up, Connor? And I was sitting in the middle row in the middle seat, so I had a pretty good view. Here's what I came away with from my sort of 2-minute hands-on. I didn't even get to drive it. The car is definitely a Tesla. That panoramic sunroof is incredible. And the car is silent. Obviously, it's electric. And it's got the same landscape orientation, sort of center console like the Model 3 has. I couldn't help but notice how small it felt inside the Model Y in comparison to the Model X. I was kind of surprised that there's even room for a third row back there. But granted, I was very focused on filming and it was very dark in there, so I'll reserve more judgment until I drive the car, see more of it in the daylight, etc. It just felt a little smaller than I guess I expected it to be. But I am in no position to buy a Model Y, or any car for that matter, mostly because I live in New York City. But I'm glad to see Tesla diversify its product lineup and offer a crossover SUV now. Well, in a year and a half. Also, a bunch of my friends were at this event. Marquez, David, Jason, Casey, Jake, Tanner, Dan, and Ben. It's really cool to see an event like this bring so many different kinds of YouTubers together. You can totally pre-order a Model Y right now, but you likely will not take delivery of that car until at least fall of 2020, if not later. I'm curious to know if any of you watching this video did pre-order a Model Y, or if there are any Tesla owners watching this video. I'd love to know your thoughts on the brand new Model Y. I thought it was cool. It was obviously incredible seeing Senpai so close to me with my eyeballs, and thank you, Tesla, for inviting me to the event. And that's it from me, Sam Sheffer. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new around here. Leave the video a like because I said so, and I'll catch you in the next one.